In March, when we learned we had to close our school buildings, we didn't know for how long. Therefore, instead of rolling out a full remote learning model, we entered emergency learning. Our students, teachers, and families in East Penn immediately transitioned from face-to-face instruction to a whole new type of school. Students and parents did not have a choice as to how they wanted to learn this past spring. Everyone was put into the same learning model, and it was called the Continuity of Learning Plan. The state of Pennsylvania gave every district options for emergency learning. While we started with review and enrichment, we then transitioned to a plan that allowed for new learning. But all districts were still faced with big decisions: synchronous versus asynchronous, grading versus non-grading. It brought many issues to the forefront, and we still face some of those same issues today as we plan for the future. As we look ahead to the fall, we can use all of the feedback we have received from you, our families, along with our experiences from the past few months to offer a new and improved learning opportunity. So, how is the fall going to be different than the spring? We have the ability to allow families to choose whether they want their child to learn face-to-face in our hybrid learning model or remotely. Students and parents choosing the remote plan can expect an appropriately rigorous educational experience. While the spring plan broadly covered core concepts, this coming year, all grade levels, regardless of learning model, will follow our specific scope and sequence for all major subject areas: reading, writing, math, science, social studies, as well as specialist areas. This means students will engage with our research-based, comprehensive programs. If you choose the remote learning option, this consistency will make for a smooth transition back to brick-and-mortar school. We will also resume formal assessment practices and report on student progress using our standards-based report cards to monitor student growth. In addition, students in remote learning can expect a blend of synchronous and asynchronous learning, large and small group instruction, opportunities for collaboration with peers, and consistent feedback from their assigned teacher. You may also be wondering, what will remain consistent? First and foremost, you and your child will be served by East Penn's highly qualified professional staff members. Our elementary team engages in continued professional development related to differentiation and meeting students' needs. In particular, we focus on the development of mathematical skills and strategies, as well as explicit strategies for advancing reading behaviors for all levels of students. Our consistent assessment practices ensure all students are making growth and receiving the academic scaffolding and enrichment they need. Your child will engage in classes with members of our East Penn community. As always, whether face-to-face or in remote learning, you will continue to receive the support you need from our East Penn team, as well as other local resources. You may also be wondering, what's the difference between this remote learning plan and cyber school? This is an important distinction to make. East Penn actually operates our own cyber school called Vespa. Ultimately, Vespa is designed for students who intend to be long-term online learners, usually because that's their preferred learning style. While our team works hard to match cyber courses to our East Penn program, it's important to note that these courses do not follow the East Penn curriculum and are not taught by East Penn teachers. We understand that the most important thing to you is your child, and that this is a difficult decision. And while online learning is new to many, educating, connecting with our students, and building a better community is what our teachers have always done. Now we are doing it in a different way. So whether you choose our face-to-face hybrid plan or remote learning, you will have our East Penn curriculum. You will have our East Penn teachers. You will have our district support. You will have the educational experience that you would expect from the East Penn School District.